We're back with another later clips. Thief in India returns phone after realizing the model. Here you go. I thought it was an iPhone 12. Didn't realize it was an 11 Pro. No, thank you.
Ain't that just the way it goes?
This is from Later Clips, the YouTube channel, where he siphons clips from his video podcast show. Lou Hilstentegger is the host of Unbox Therapy, for those of you guys who are more familiar with that. I am a fan of his podcast and his later clips. I actually watch his podcast and his later clips way more than I watch Unbox Therapy.
Thief steals phone, thinking it's a OnePlus 9 Pro, discovers that it's not, decides to return it to the victim.
Aw.
Not good enough.
Imagine that your phone's not good enough to be stolen. Quite rude. Although, at the same time, you're conflicted because you're like, that's rude, man. My phone's still good.
Yeah, hey.
But then at the same time, you're like, thanks for bringing it back, though. If I had a better phone, it would be gone right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't want to have that good phone because it's riskier. This story started as a tweet, as many stories do, from Twitter user Debayan Roy. Little numb as I write this, Sector 52, Noida Metro. That's the location where this happened.
Right.
A fellow with a black mask snatches my phone while I was messaging. I run. He turns back, runs towards me. Says this is not a OnePlus 9 Pro, drops it on the floor and runs again. Hashtag what was this? I don't know.
He literally stopped and turned around.
Tutorial saying that it was a marketing stunt. Wow. I mean, you never know what's going on these days.
I don't think it was a marketing stunt.
Isn't that an interesting thought, though, that in a way, I don't realize this is a very fringe case, but he was better served. Let's assume that this story is true. He was better served in that moment by his subpar phone than he would have been by his premium phone. That's very strange.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's
tripping him out.
That that's rampant.
It's almost having an existential crisis over this.
Yeah.
I guess it does happen. I remember, I think it was the mayor of New York, I don't know who it was at the time, but was warning people not to wear their white Apple headphones back when iPods and early iPhones were popping off. Saying,
then you'd be a target.
I mean, you saw a huge uptick in theft because it was so easy to tell when a person had an expensive device because nothing else had white earbuds at the time. Only expensive phones and iPods.
Right.
And so they saw this big uptick and it was like, hey, highly recommend you swap those out for just regular black ones if you don't want to get stuck up.
It's kind of a status
But
symbol.
it is interesting, that intersection there, Will. The more exclusive the device you get in order to experience
the latest features,
the
technology.
premium thing,
Right.
potentially the more risk involved in interacting with it.
Does it apply to everything?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like not only theft, but maybe vandalism?
Oh.
Because expensive cars,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Are more likely to be vandalized.
yeah, maybe keyed,
I don't know.
kicked.
I don't know about that. I feel like my car's a magnet for
I'm
that.
gonna be honest with you right now. It's pretty pleasant around here.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't think we're,
With his Tim
as far as
Horton.
us weighing in on this. Did you ever get robbed?
No, my house has been robbed.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is one of those things where you kind of have a blind spot in a particular category until it happens to you. And even this guy, where it sounds kind of funny, right? And it's an article and everything. You can see the first line, little numb as I write this. I mean, that's a shock factor when something like that happens to you. It's the violation of the thing. And it's also the fact that the threat. I'm sure for him in that moment, it's like, damn, he got my phone. But at the same time, it's also like, well, what's this person willing to do if they're at a point where they're just snatching phones? It's a tough experience, but it does have a funny twist to it in the fact that he gets it back because it's not a OnePlus 9 Pro, which is what the guy was looking for. There is some relationship between the cost of the thing and like how much work you would have to do in a particular place to buy it. Like a OnePlus 9 Pro is $1,000 in India. That's a lot of money. I'm not justifying it, by the way.
I mean, this guy, the thief, probably wanted to just sell it immediately.
For sure.
Knowing the worth.
Knowing
Right.
of the
Yeah.
new phone.
knowing the value, get it on that secondary market, along with a stack of GPUs.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I don't know if it's a real story or not, but anyway, if that was cool. Well, not cool, but you know.
He seems to have such mixed feelings about this whole story. Like he doesn't know what to feel about it. Because it's on the surface, it's just kind of funny. It's like the guy had his phone jacked until the thief realized it wasn't the phone that he thought he was stealing. It's kind of funny.
Well, if you kind of think about it from the thief's point of view, right? It's so much easier to sell a phone that is in high demand. When I had my iPhone 7 and everybody was on the iPhone 10, I had literally no qualms about just randomly leaving my phone around because I'm like, honestly, who's gonna steal? You'll get like what? $100, $50 for that.
Well, because it's outdated now.
You'd probably have to be like, I'm giving it away for free at that point because no one wants it.
Right, it's not worth the effort.
Yeah, it's not worth the effort. And so you get the new thing. You can either sell it for like the same price and you just get it, no problem. Or if you wanted to just undercut and be like, I have this thing that no one can get, but I'm gonna sell it for $900 instead of $1,000.
I just thought it was fascinating how he just went into this whole like existential mode of like, oh my gosh, like what does this mean? And the cost of buying a premium phone, like the effort you put in to get that phone, which is like harder. You're giving up more of your, what is money but an exchange of your time, right? And so you're giving up an exchange of your time to have this premium product, but you're also opening yourselves up to more vulnerability, or rather more susceptibility of being a target for a thief who goes, I want that, I'm gonna take it so I can make some money off of it, off of the thing you exchanged your time for. But someone like myself, I'm gonna go get the theft protection thing and the, what do you call it, crack protection, you know what it's called, where you accidentally break your phone or whatever. I pay for all that shit because, I don't have it next to me. I was gonna reach for my phone. I pay for all that stuff so that in the event of something happening, I'm covered because it's like a premium device. It's scary to think that if someone stole it, what would you do? And so that is weird to think that if you just stuck with the older model that you're more likely to be left alone. That being said, I have not experienced anything like that. I left my phone at the gym once and I freaked out thinking, oh my God, because it was the latest iPhone at the time. And I ran back to 24-hour fitness and someone had turned it in. I was like thankful that happened.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a different situation, right?
I've had the exact opposite experience where I was doing Kung Fu Red, the short film. We were shooting at the park, and I left my phone in with my girlfriend at the time, or in my pocket. It fell out or something. It just was on the ground. We went back to the park to get it, and it wasn't there anymore. Someone had picked it up, and so we called my phone, and some asshole took my phone and wanted money for it. Yeah, so we had to pay $50 to get my phone back.
I mean, I guess that's...
You know, but it's just like, it sucks.
It can go either way.
It sucks that people can be like that. He was also coming from another angle it was sort of messing him up because he was looking at it in like a 5-dimensional way. Because he's going, well, you look at, the thief's perspective too, they're just trying to survive. And so that's why they would be willing, like what is it that puts someone in the mindset where they would feel comfortable or the necessity to go and do something like that. So now this transcends from being a hilarious little thing to being this sort of existential analyzation of like just the globe and like everyone's angle in this.
Also, the thing is that the thief stole it, and instead of just being like, oh, this is a shitty phone and then throwing it away later,
give it back.
He was nice enough to be like, oh, sorry, bro.
Nice enough, yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, it is like what Lou was saying. There's so many levels to that because you go, oh, yay, I got my phone back, but oh shit, like my phone's not cool enough to warrant being stolen. I don't know how I feel about that, but okay, cool. I just think about the thief in that situation, and you're right, maybe he was in a really desperate situation, but underneath maybe he had some sort of moral compass or was kind of a good guy underneath, but was in a really bad situation. It's not the phone that I wanted, so here you go. You can have it back and I'll just run away so you don't grab me. It's weird. It's so weird.
It's definitely bizarro. A person who used to be a guest on the channel a bunch, Alize, had her phone stolen while she was at a restaurant with her friend, and she literally chased the guy down the block.
I know.
People have lost their lives over their phones because they could not part with it.
Well, it's like an extension of yourself, right? It's got all of your contacts, your friends, your private information, your pictures.
Some lady dropped her phone inside of a bear cage or something weird like that, and literally went down, or was it a gorilla cage? At the zoo?
Yeah.
She was taking a photo, it dropped, and she went into the pit with the bear or the gorilla, whatever it was, to get her phone, and I think she died. It was something stupid and crazy like that.
In that case, here's what you do.
You let it go.
You tell the zookeeper.
Sure.
You go, hey, I dropped my phone in there. Is there any point you can go in and grab it for me, maybe? You don't do it yourself.
It's highly irresponsible.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, that gorilla might get shot down because of you.
Oh, that's true.
You know, like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? It's fine. It's just...
Don't drop your phones or your kids into gorilla enclosures, please.
Let us know your stories if you've ever had your phone stolen or anything like that. We'd love to hear your stories in the comments below if you were able to recover your phone. Thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that. And make sure to subscribe to Later Clips or Lou Later or Unbox Therapy. I'm Jaby KOAY. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.